On trade deadline day, two historic bitter rivals faced off in a battle between a team that recently came into power without the talent to make anything significant happen and a team with enough talent to get the job done, but seem like they're holding back for some reason. Oh, and there was a basketball game too. For weeks, it seemed like the Anthony Davis trade saga droned on and the Lakers' young core was dragged through all of it, while the Celtics roster remained intact because of a small rule in the CBA that restricted the Celtics from acquiring Davis until this summer. The Lakers spent their time pleading with the Pelicans to take anything and everything they had, while the Celtics had to just sit back and hope they didn't succeed. But the deadline came and went, and AD was still a Pelican. Amidst all this drama, Kyrie Irving went back on his statement saying that he would re-sign with the Celtics. This, plus a recent phone call Kyrie made to LeBron, led to speculation that he could join him in LA with the Lakers as soon as this summer. Then, just a few hours after the deadline, LeBron drafted Kyrie very high in the All-Star draft.
With the second pick for Team LeBron, I'm going to go with Kyrie Irving.
As well as all the 2019 free agents and the Brow himself.
With my first pick in the second round, I'm going with Anthony Davis.
You sure you want him to be your teammate?
I'm very sure of that.
Isn't that tampering?
No. Shots fired, and you're up.
Tampering rules does not apply on All-Star Weekend.
Which of course led to more speculation. But Kyrie's free agency isn't until July, and the two teams still had a game that came down to the very last shot. Welcome to the FreeDawkins channel. I'm Nick Angstead, and let's break down how the Lakers overcame the narratives to beat the Celtics on trade deadline day. One of the biggest storylines over the last half of the season is how the Lakers' young core will respond after being put in trade rumors for weeks. And hopefully the start of this game isn't an indication of their feelings, because they came out flat and looked miserable, shooting just 36% from the field. Ingram was 1 for 6 and Kuzma was 1 for 3. And with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second quarter, the Celtics had built up an 18-point lead. Despite Kyrie Irving's rough shooting night, the Celtics were spreading the ball around, and Tatum, Brown, Rozier, and Horford each had 10-plus points in the first half. It wasn't until the end of the second quarter when the Lakers started to show some life and chip away at the score. And then Kyle Kuzma caught fire in the third quarter, hitting 4 of his 6 threes, and with 7 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third, he hit one to tie the game.
Incidentally, off that scrum as we went to commercial, the foul was called on Smart and Boston as Kuzma.
The Lakers scored 42 points in the third, and Kyle Kuzma had 14, but it was Daniel Theis that kept the Celtics alive, scoring 13 of his 20 points in just 6 minutes.
Giving them open shots, and if your mind is on the championship, a team.
Bullock try to perk it up, but they're hitting tonight here from three-point range. Theis here in the third quarter. Nice pass from Irving. Sets it up for Theis. Under 2 to go in the third. Haywood set it up for Theis.
With just under 3 minutes to play, Kuzma hits a floater in the lane. Last season, Kuzma shot just 43.3% off drives, and he's improved to shooting 56.8% off drives this season, which ranks 9th in the NBA among players who take at least 3 drives per game. After that, Marcus Smart misses 2 threes in the same possession. He's improved every year since his sophomore season, and now he's shooting a solid 37% from 3, but he's shooting just 25% on threes in the clutch. That's going to be a big catalyst for the Celtics in the playoffs this year. Ingram and Kyrie trade fouls, and then Kyrie splits 2 defenders, draws the entire defense, and kicks out to a wide-open Morris, who puts the Celtics up by 6 with 1:24 left in the game.
Welcome back to Boston now. Uncle Drew, it took a little bit of time for him to get warm, but that's what happens with old people. He has to get stretched. He had 9 points in this quarter. He had 1 assist. That was it. Way to be a decoy.
The Lakers were down 6 and needed something to happen, but I don't think anyone expected something like this to happen.
Celtics with 7. It's been a good one here at TD Garden. Boston's up by 6 where they were. Whoa.
This season, KCP is shooting 31.7% from 3 from all areas of the court. Except for right there, in the left corner, he's shooting 50%, 22 of 44 attempts. Kyrie turns the ball over, and now it's LeBron's turn with an ISO attempt on who else but Kyrie. There's a lot of old stories about dead spots on the floor of the Boston Garden, but you'd think in 2019 they'd have worked all those out by now. But LeBron dribbles off this spot and it goes flying before he's able to save it right to KCP. KCP tosses the ball right back to LeBron and he nails the game-tying 3.
Look at this. Good defense right there by Kyrie. He's happy saying we got the steal. No. Caldwell Pope, who's knocking down the 3, gets it back to LeBron. He knocks down the 3. He ties the game. You see the fan on the side. Then Paul.
Tatum and KCP get tangled up, and Jason Tatum hits 2 clutch free throws. As a team, the Celtics are second in the league, shooting 88.2% on free throws in the clutch. The Lakers call their last timeout, and Rondo almost turns the ball over with this inbounds pass. KCP recovers and sets up LeBron for the ISO attempt on Morris. LeBron drives and he kicks the ball over to Rondo. Rondo drives and he kicks the ball over to Ingram. And with LeBron flailing his arms in the corner, Ingram flips the ball to Kuzma, who nails the game-tying 3. Can you imagine the headlines if Kyle Kuzma missed this shot? With just over 18 seconds left, the Lakers had their first lead since early in the fourth, but it didn't last long as Kyrie drives around Kuzma and Ingram, who took a terrible angle and just trailed Kyrie. The layup put the Celtics back up by 1 and set up the Lakers to either push past the narratives or let them take hold with no timeouts to think about it.
Someone to the corner.
Down to 7 seconds. Here's Ingram, he got the step. Shot blocked by Horford. Here's Rondo, he scored! Buzzer! Oh!
So much had to happen for this play to go the way that it did. Horford blocked Ingram's reverse layup and was primed to snag the rebound, but the ball hit the padding on the backboard and ricocheted out into the lane. Tyson and Morris both get a hand on it, and the ball bounces off of Tatum as well, right into the open arms of Rondo, who only has just enough time to hop and square up mid-air to get the shot off. And on top of all of that, Silver Screen and Roll discovered that Rondo hit that same shot earlier when he was playing around with his son earlier that morning. Off the buzzer beater from Rondo, the Lakers beat the Celtics and moved 1 game closer into the playoff hunt. This doesn't fix the last few weeks of carnage, but it does take them 1 step closer because winning solves everything. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the Free Dawkins channel for more breakdowns like this, and of course, the best NBA highlights on the internet. And you can also follow us at Nick Van Exit and at Dawkins MTA. Thanks for watching. Boom.